If you do not know someone's why, do not ask that question. So I realized that most of us ask questions that we don't even need answers to. Let me get this clear. We always ask people questions, yet just in case they answer us back, we are not going to use the answers for any reason. We do not need the answers. Like, you could do without asking the question. That's what I'm saying. Let me give an example. People who go around asking women, why aren't you giving back? Hey, hi, the way you're eating that guy's money, I think I think you're using a lot of brains. You're digging money out of his pocket. You know, you don't want to give him a child. You're a gold digger. You even start calling them names. Gondi, you obalanyo. Like, you know. Reality is you do not know how much that woman is trying to conceive, but she has failed. And you do not know how far the sword goes every time you pierce it asking that question. People are going through a lot. People are in pain. People are depressed. People have prayed to God. I'm giving an example. If she was looking for a child, people have prayed and fasted asking God for that miracle, and for you, you're joking about it. Every time you bring it up as a joke, you ask questions and you make it a joke. It's like you're mocking them. It's not funny. That person might laugh at you or with you, but in reality, you do not know. She might go back and cry and ask God why. Aren't you seeing all this? Aren't you seeing how they are making a joke out of my life? People are dealing with a lot. People have more than they can chew on their plates. The least they can do is have someone ask them questions and end up laughing at them. Yes. You're asking someone why they are not married. Why are you taking so long to marry? Why are you also? Unless she's the one who sat you down and said, I don't want to marry for reason ABC. But if you're asking for clarity and you're already making it a joke, you do not know what someone's going through. You're not even supposed to ask. And just in case you must ask, if you're so much connected to this person and you feel you must ask in a polite way. That just in case they are to answer, you're not hurting them even more. People, I'm saying this because reality is, I've had stories, have seen people, even my own people, my own friends, my own family, have seen people who are going through situations that people are finding funny. Yet in reality, the person cries every night. Someone has prayed and waited on a child for 20 years. And for you ask them, hey, for you and I, your life is good. I think nothing is lacking. The way, yet you know. We ask questions. I remember let me give this story. There was a time I had a friend. Our friend, we were neighbors where I was renting then. So I once asked her, by the way, and I asked in a polite way, but I want to show you how deep these questions go. I was like, by the way, Maggie, you have never told me you have a child, of which I know that girl doesn't belong to this current man you have. But you have never, the years we've been together, you have never told me about the father of your daughter. Like, what happened? Why is he like? Why did things happen the way they are? Why aren't you with him? She looked at me and cried. Do you know someone looking at you and started crying helplessly? I looked at her. I felt so bad. I asked myself, now why have I asked the question? Do you know, you're asking yourself why you've asked, but then you want them to cry. Let them cry until, because you can't make them They should cry it out, whatever you have awoken in them. So I realized that whatever I triggered in her mind is so painful that she didn't want to remember. Yet I brought it up. We were having a free conversation. Like, we used to talk, these friends who talk about anything. We talk about even the men we used to have, So I thought, I'm just asking an innocent question. God, an innocent question was not that necessary. She didn't answer me. She cried and cried. Then it took me some minutes to calm her down. I understand. Okay, and it could be it should be so painful that you don't want to open up about it. It's okay. It's okay. I will never ask again. I felt so bad. I've taken long without talking to her, but she never, even when she stopped crying, she never replied me, and I never asked again. Why am I bringing this example is you do not know what kind of feelings you're working in this person's mind every time you ask those funny questions, weird questions, unnecessary questions. Because reality is you can do without those questions. You can do without those answers. You don't even need them. So my darling viewers, I'm making this video to politely ask you. Stop asking people questions you do not know what they are going through. Questions like, when are you giving birth? Why are you not yet married? What happened to so and so? Why didn't you marry so and so? Questions like whatever has not happened or didn't happen in their lives, do not ask them. If they want to share, they will open up and share. A time you won't even expect them to share. It's when they will share. But it should not be you to ask the question. Because now people who ask us, why aren't you married? You ask a woman why she's not married. Have you prepared a man somewhere that they are in a store somewhere? If she has not yet gotten its food, get a plate. Things don't work like that. If you ask why she's not giving birth, is she God? That, who has not got, receive, have that baby, take. She's not God. Why did so and so leave you? Why did you break up? Like, why didn't you end up with that person? You do not know the pain you're causing them. So my darling viewers, I hope this is helpful to those who keep asking people questions that are not that necessary to them. You can do without these questions, darling. Do not ask the questions. People are going through a lot. The least we can do is understand and pray for them. Be there for them. If they want someone to talk to, be there and listen. If they do not want to talk, do not push them. Do not ask them to speak when they don't want to speak yet. Some things are better left untalked about, and maybe someone has already chosen that path. Or maybe every time they talked about it, they were laughed at. So do not be the type who reminds them of that pain, Otherwise, that is it for this video. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please press subscribe. Press the bell as well, so that every time I make an upload, you get to be notified. Follow me on all my social media platforms, Elma's Corner or Elma Navaline on Facebook. Thank you very much for watching, and be blessed.